And we are back. Happy Saturday to all of you, wherever it is you're watching from. This is another edition of the Shattering.
Yep.
Just to give a little shout out to somebody that popped in one of the streams I had last night, then I'll adapt a little something. But as you know, I am Chris Bad Boy, joined along with.
Siren Richardson.
Yeah, I think I was playing Guilty Gear Strive or something, and Johnny had. That's the Johnny. But he came and he was talking about what's up, Chris Bad Guy, or something like Chris Bad Boy, I think.
Oh.
I was playing Giovanna and Strive, then I wouldn't even freaking play Soul Bad Guy. I probably should have.
Yeah. Siren
Soul is fun then.
That'd be a dumb one.
Somebody called you that?
No, I just thought of it. I was thinking I don't know if there's a singular one, but I guess it was similar.
Well, I guess once the crowd slips in and I kind of tripped up there. Nobody complained about this, far as I know. But I forgot I had set the music. Because I barely ever played the playlist in the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Oh god. Gotta say, Siren went through a lot of trouble to put this playlist together. The least I can do is play it. Picked a lot of the greatest KOF jams. But I was gonna say, once the flock starts to come in here, remind me to ask them to write a KOF themed fanfic for you then, since they did the clone mess with me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, they're creative. Shout outs to them, they're creative. Just oh man, oh man, oh man. So we got a nice little chunk of some news as far as KOF 15 is concerned this week. Before we even got the next character trailer, we got a confirmation of platforms. Let me see if I can remember them all without looking at it. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, X and S. There was no Xbox One, which a lot of people didn't like. Windows 10, Steam, and that last one that nobody cares about.
I think you got it.
He didn't jump at me for insulting the freaking I forgot the name of the mess. The mess is real. What is it? The Epic Store? There we go. Epic Store.
Yeah.
Epically forgettable store. I would keep poking at them and keep making fun of it, but I feel like they would probably strike me down for that.
Yeah.
No lie. One podcast I did a while ago, one of the guys on it brought up I think it was an app somewhere on for iPhones or something. And there is Jose. What's up, man? But basically, I guess there was a fake app somewhere that posed as a game and it was actually stealing people's money or stuff in your credit card info or whatever. He mentioned that in this section, because what we would do is we would do full podcasts and then we would have the full episodes on the YouTube channel, but we would also have excerpts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we had an excerpt about the whole phone game and stuff like that. But apparently the one where he mentioned that virus, it got struck down for some reason. But that's why I mentioned that there. But yeah. So what was it? 5 or 6 freaking platforms. That was pretty good, and I'm glad SNK did that. I'm glad they did that because that's one thing that a lot of people have been wondering for the longest of time. Somebody on one of my videos asked me, is this gonna be on Xbox or whatever? And it's Sam Show was on both of them, so I would think it would be on that one as well. Though I do kind of wonder, why did they not have it for Xbox One? Not that I have one. I wonder though. Any ideas, Siren?
For the fact they don't have it on Xbox One?
Yeah, it's Xbox Series, but not Xbox One.
No idea. They also don't have it on Switch either, which makes no sense because.
It does. It doesn't make, yeah, you're right, because you know, a lot of those Smash fans might, you know, I mean, that's like, you know, straight up like bring them on over. Not to mention Sakurai blatantly advised Smash players to try out KOF. I think he
Yeah.
listed like maybe 3 or 4 key games.
Yeah.
So
I think it was 2 specific ones, but
yeah,
I think it
but
was 98
that was a
and 96.
I feel like there's this false assumption that they're thinking that, you know, if you got one console, you got multiple. But of course, as we all know, that's not true across the board. It's not.
Yeah.
But here's to hoping that that changes down the line. Then again, maybe it has something to do with how much the Switch can bear. I am not hip to the specs, but like seeing that, you know, the next gen consoles are like up there, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. That is strange though.
Yeah.
Jose in the chat says, seems like we're not going to get another character reveal for KO 15 on Wednesday. Just a hunch. I'm glad you ended that with just a hunch, because I'm about to say, where'd you see this? Honestly, like, let's talk about Ramon before we go into that.
Yeah.
The Tiger!
One of the tigers. The second tiger to be announced.
The second Tiger?
Yeah. Robert.
Robert's already here. And plus,
Yeah, he's the
he's a different,
he's the second
he's a
tiger to
different,
be announced.
he's a different, he's a different kind of tiger then.
No,
Ramon
what I'm
was built
saying-
from tiger.
What I'm
I
saying.
know what you meant.
Okay.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
All right. Just making sure.
But Robert is not based off of Tiger Mask.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at right there. Like, it's kind of messed up because Tiger Mask is such a cool character, but like, and it's not to say Ramon is like a joke or anything, but there's a comical element to him a little bit. What's up, Josh? There's a little bit of a comical element to him, honestly. But like I said, I'd be lying if I said that, oh, Ramon is a forgettable character. Nobody remembers him or whatever. I think I was even wrong when I said that he was going to be the heater for, like, On Hell. Because when I went to the comment section on the SNK YouTube, they were actually, like, happy to see him. But, I mean, come on. Given the demographic, they're pretty happy to see him.
Yeah.
I just thought it was about to be like Yashiro, where it's like, oh my goodness, when's Shermie? And then here comes Ramon, oh my goodness, when's Angel? I really hope Angel gets a redesign in this game. How many Tigers are in the KOF series? Jose says, Robert, Joe, oh, there's 3?
Yeah, there's 3. There was a team
Ah.
tiger. There was a tiger team and a dragon team
Ah.
in KOF
Ah.
team. Because they were like the special select teams or whatever you call them. Like the Lucky Sevens?
Nobody remember, Josh in the chat says, nobody remembers Lin for KOF 2000. I think Lin is underrated as a character, really.
Yeah.
Lin is very underrated. But like I said, in my, you know, reaction to like the Ramon trailer, I appreciate characters like him because when it comes to wrestling characters in video games, and as a wrestling fan, and I mean, it's not just American wrestling, I love American wrestling, I love Lucha Libre, and I love Puroresu, aka Japanese wrestling. Most of the time, for the longest of time, and they've gotten better with it recently, but you know for a fact then, when they started to put these characters, these wrestling characters in these fighting games, it was always somebody big and muscular, and it's like they do a move to you when you lose 50% of your health.
Yeah.
And like that's not the entirety of what wrestling is then. Like you have stuff like, for instance, you look at Ramon.
Yeah.
Like with the whole Tiger Mask, like his stuff is like a lot more agile, I want to say that. But you know, like all like the flippy like stuff and everything, as Jim Cornette always calls it, or like people nowadays, the more acrobatic and the agile stuff. You got what's called strong style in Japan, where it's like hard contact, like the kicks are really just freaking. You can feel it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's almost the line between like shoot fighting, aka like real like hitting each other, but also it's choreographed.
Yeah.
And I just like the fact that I like characters like Ramon, even though he's not a favorite of mine. But I like the fact that at least we can finally see, hey, all these wrestlers are not just your Zangiefs and your muscle powers. And yes, there was a character called Muscle Power.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was called. He was like a Hulk. He was modeled after Hulk Hogan. He was called Muscle Power. I think he was in World Heroes. I think. But you look at the design. You look him up right now. He was designed after Hulk Hogan. The character's name was Muscle Power.
Jeez.
Come on now. But it's like I'm glad they put these agile characters and stuff because like there's more than one style to it. You got Lucha Libre, the high flying stuff. You also have people integrating martial arts into wrestling and all that. One of my favorites of all time, Ultimo Dragon, definitely did that. Like this guy, like watch this guy in action. Then even for somebody that's not a wrestling fan, Ultimo Dragon legit freaking looks like a fighting game character in a wrestling match. Then, like he he got like the high flying stuff. Then, freaking punches and kicks look freaking great. Like seriously, so. But from most of what I saw with Ramon, and by the way, I said it wrong. It wasn't DDTs he was doing. He was doing snap suplexes. My bad. But for the most part, since my friends freaking loved him, like one of my friends, shout outs to Don, jumped in the freaking comments talking about his riff-raffs tiptoeing in my J's. Goddamn Don. But what'd you think of Riggedy Ramon?
I mean, out of the characters I play, Ramon is not one of them. So I didn't know. I didn't have a huge idea of what I'm talking about. I know he's like kind of a luchador, I think. I don't know if he's actually a luchador or not.
He is.
He is. Mask, but yeah. I know that his whole thing is.
What's up, Kamen Rider? Go ahead. By the way, all luchadors are not masked.
Got it.
There's a certain demographic for it. Then like masked luchadors are called luchador enmascarados, masked wrestlers.
Okay.
But you can still be a luchador if you're unmasked.
Okay. So I'm not huge on the whole wrestling thing.
Well, you got me with it.
Yeah. The whole because I don't really watch a whole lot of like. Surprisingly, me, a fighting game fan, doesn't watch a whole lot of like fighting stuff. There's been maybe one or two things since I've really engaged lately, and that was probably from a while ago. Like I like some of the old like kung fu movies, or I kind of liked some of the.
Hey, speak up some.
What?
There you go. You sound better now. Like you sounded kind of distant for like a second there.
I might have been mumbling a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned like you were more inside the kung fu.
Some of the movies, I guess. I kind of like seeing some of the clips from Ip Man.
Ah, Ip Man. Okay.
But I don't know. I kind of liked it. I like some of the scenes from like Captain America and stuff, where it's like the hand-to-hand combat. But
okay.
Of course, I like seeing scenes from Tekken. But yeah. And I also watch JoJo. But that's not really real fighting. Obviously, it's more anime.
Well, the characters in JoJo's I know for at least a little bit. I know they are all in the ones like there's total like martial arts influence there with some of the characters.
Yeah.
At least from the bit that I've seen. So.
But yeah. Ramon, he can be either. No, he's just straight up annoying to fight at times. he just comes out here and is just like, I'm gonna, you gotta throw out something. I'm gonna grab you. And you're gonna get grabbed. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, cause like all the people that talk about how much they don't like him came out in droves. They came out in droves, honestly. Because Ignorant Rizzy didn't even do, like, he did his reaction to Ramon late. He because, like, initially, like, he did the whole thing, you know, where you wait on the channel, and then once 10 o'clock strikes, refresh.
Yeah.
And then once you saw it was Ramon, he was like, okay, I'm skipping this. Like, he's made it clear that he does not like Ramon. And also, shout outs to, I think he goes by Jayuna, but his YouTube channel's Anime Illuminati.
Okay.
I think he saw the silhouette, and he was like, if this is Ramon, I am canceling my pre-order. And then he, when it was Ramon, he freaking retweeted. He was like, well. Oh my god.
But,
I didn't realize Ramon had a lot of haters, honestly.
I don't hate him by any means. It's just kind of annoying to fight. And his design just kind of reminds me of like the stereotypical modern day Russians or whatever, where you just have like the guy in a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a jumpsuit. He has an eye patch. That's all I can say. That is
likening him to another tiger. Likening him to another tiger.
I mean, I like his energy though.
I mean, the man got style though, but he can be a mess to freaking fight against, especially if you're just now being introduced to him for the first time. So.
Yeah, there's very few grapplers I really like in fighting games because I'm not huge on grapplers. I like Alex from Street Fighter. I like.
He's the coolest.
Yeah, I like Tizok, and that's about it in terms of like full-on grapplers.
Speaking of Tizok, there is Jose right there. I just want Tizok to go back to his Griffin mantle in KOF 15, or else he'll become a glorified jobber like Raiden from Fatal Fury.
That's not fair.
Was Raiden a jobber? I thought he was a jobber when he was a face.
Okay.
Then again, I might be confused.
Yeah,
I mean, didn't they kind of hint at that with the Team Mexico ending? Like he was gonna go back to the Griffin, and I mean, on top of that, I think I might have mentioned this before. I'm fairly confident there's going to be, you know, either no Team South America or maybe not the whole team, or maybe just not Nelson. And I know Nelson was one of the reasons that Tizok turned heel and became KOD. So with him out the way now, for one reason or another, why not go back to being the Griffin? Like, is he going to turn heel because of somebody else is getting on his nerves? I don't know. Because I know, like, I was like, doing, like, the research that I do. Like, I look at all the endings when I was doing the prediction videos. I had to watch, like, and pay close attention to the details in the Team Mexico ending, and I'm, like, conflicted. But, I mean, I would like I said, I like KOD more, but I would much rather he become the Griffin. That way, it's something different.
Yeah.
Because that's really one of the glaring weaknesses with KOF 15 right now, is the fact that there's not a lot that is different from the previous game. Yeah. Not a lot. Like I said, they did a good job with Team Secret Agent. That was a surprise. I've saw people out there, I'm not going to name who, talking about, I saw this coming. Lies.
Yeah, I couldn't see that coming.
I'm not going to tell you, like, you can go look for it yourself then, but I've seen people that said they legit saw the whole Team Secret Agent thing coming. They were like, I knew it. I said this bollock. I'm like, you're lying. You are lying.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that because I didn't think of it. I'm saying it because, come on now. Lynn's storyline still left incomplete. That's just sad. It is what TV Tropes calls an aborted arc.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up because Lynn is actually a very underrated character. More than half of the KOF roster is underrated. Yes. When will Ramon never learn that Vanessa's already married and has a kid? He's so darn persistent. I forgot to mention this when I was reacting to the trailer. But isn't it amazing how, even when it comes to the order of when SNK reveals trailers, Ramon is not too far behind Vanessa.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad that I didn't guess Ramon after that trailer came out. I feel bad. Whenever we're on the road to KOF 16 and they want to freaking pull some stuff like this or whatever, like if they're going to reveal characters like they did now, then next time I see Ramon, I might say it's going to be Vanessa next. It will be Vanessa next, every single time. because he's right there behind her, right there.
Yeah.
That's some persistence, though. I'm like, married to have a kid is like, dude, stop.
You've
Let it
gone too
go.
far this time.
I understand. Vanessa is a good-looking woman, freaking sharp as a tack, and can fight. I get it, but the odds were not in your favor in this case.
Isn't she already also remarried in some bit of lore?
Yeah, I think. Even if she was divorced, speaking of which, there's Vanessa right there. It always happens on the Shattering. We start talking about somebody, and then boom, they pop up on the freaking Titantron in the back. But even if she was divorced, I'm like, that woman's probably too busy freaking with secret agents and stuff to be worried about you then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Ramon that he wanted to become an agent just to get closer to her. That's it. I'll bet. I'll bet. Oh man. What's going on over here?
You know, I wonder something.
What's up?
At the end of KOF 13, right? I feel like, was Betty really the only one who forgot Ash? Because I think Hyder had made a passing comment about him. Or was that, like, as they were talking about the time dilation thing going on?
I love how you called her by the name that Ash uses for her.
Did I?
You said Betty, right? You're talking about Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, oh my god, I didn't even catch on
You
to
said
that.
Betty. You said Betty.
Wow, okay.
This man is secretly Ash Crimson.
I mean, I like his gameplay, I'll say that much. And his design a little bit. I don't hate it.
That's actually a good question, to be honest. Like, I know the two of them had, like, a really close relationship and everything, like, friendship and all that. Even though when you look at everything they've been through, you kind of wonder how did those two remain friends, but whatever. But...
And the other question is... Sorry, keep going.
That's it. I'm drawing a blank on that right there, but go ahead.
The other question is, if Ash is back, will anyone remember him now that he's back? Or would that be like the whole like running gag that nobody remembers him or something?
I think Kukri and Elizabeth will be the only ones. At the same time, I do get why you asked that, because a lot of people talk about the way that the Ash arc ended. A lot of people will tell you in canon that arc never happened. Because I always wonder why people would say that. Oh, they were like, what you talking about? The Ash Saga? The Ash Saga never happened. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, because Ash, I guess, in a ways, did not exactly die. He was like erased from the timeline.
Yeah.
But at the same time, given how, you know, Elizabeth sent somebody out to try to go find him, she clearly remembers. Maybe some things transcend time, like friendship. They did friendship music.
Yeah.
Because she clearly, like, I'm pretty sure Kukri didn't know anything about him before, unless Kukri is somebody else. But clearly she sent him to do it, so she remembered. Now everybody else, I don't know. I think they should play off of that.
Yeah.
Everybody else should not remember him, because like if they're gonna put like intro quotes and everything and all that, it would be nice to just see the interactions. Like it'll be really funny. I think that'll be really fun, especially seeing that, especially if he finally meets Chris, not me, that is. Since I guess I know like the freaking creators did this though, but like when you pull something like this, you kind of come to the inference that, yeah, they might know a little something, because you know, like from the Ash Crimson video that I did, he actually lifted a parody to quote, if you will, whichever one you want to pick. He lifted a quote from Chris, not me. So clearly he's aware. I know like that was probably some done by the creators, but when you do stuff like that, it makes it seem like he knows about something. Maybe he knew about his history or something. I mean, I don't think the whole Orochi thing had the same effect in the end as the Ash Saga, where it's like, oh, they're just boom, gone.
I think
It never happened.
I mean, clearly he knew about the Orochi thing because of Iori. I
Yep.
don't know how far he knew about it, but he certainly knew about the whole Orochi stuff and how some of it worked.
Freaking Orochi music. Freaking drums. Bongos. I'm just rocking to it. What's going on over here? I need to sit down. Like, I keep saying it and I never do it, but I gotta sit down and, like, actually read through the KOF manga. Josh says, it already feels like an eternity until the next trailer drops. It sucks if that week they show something else and skip the trailer because of that. That's 4 weeks until the next one. This is why I say they might not like it because they don't want to rush it, and yeah, they got all the time in the world now because of the pushback. If there are any new characters in this game, well, I'm not going to say that. If there's any team comprised of all new characters in this game, I say the next trailer, the one after that, reveal them all together. Either do that, or where in the world was this animated short made by the same guy that directed the films? Where is that at? Like, I'm not trying to rush, like, SNK anything. I'm not gonna be like one of these freaking bozos out here talking about, I hope y'all go bankrupt because y'all didn't show us a trailer. Like, get out. Stop it.
We don't need those kind of people in this community. Please leave.
It's like, really, man, I hope you go bankrupt.
That's so... that is so fucked, man.
I hope you go bankrupt.
It's like telling, like, a pregnant lady, I hope your baby dies.
He did it, not me.
It's not very
He
nice.
said it. He said it, not me.
You don't say that kind of thing. You just don't do that. It's not very nice. Leave the poor
The Ash
company
Saga
alone.
still gets mentioned in the Verse Saga. According to Jose, they still mention the Ash Saga in the Verse Saga somewhere, so maybe it's not. But I'm thinking maybe is he talking to... Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I just know that, like, some people, when you talk to them about the lore and KOF, what they'll do is they say, like, the Ash, like, what are you talking about, Ash? That never happened.
You know who
I
think knows who knows Ash or knows of his existence?
Oh,
Super secret theory here. Xanadu.
if you put it that way, and judging by a couple of theories that I've seen that people say that he worships Orochi, maybe, just maybe, he might. Maybe, just maybe.
Just imagine a Riot of the Blood variants of, like, freaking
Xanadu.
Xanadu. Yeah.
Keep that thing caged.
That and, like, Yamazaki.
Keep that caged. A Riot of the Blood Xanadu, keep him caged.
Riot
Maximum security caged.
Like,
Say what?
That and, like, freaking Orochi, like, Riot of the Blood, Yamazaki. That would be insane. It just has, like, full range.
Well, with Yamazaki, that ain't gonna happen. That man is immune.
He might be.
He is.
Well,
like,
we
that's
know
the
he's
reason, like...
immune, but, I mean,
Like
Orochi can work that magic stuff. Maybe.
If he can work that magic, why has he worked it yet? I mean, you got, like, you are an entity, and yet this freaking coconuts, bananas, freaking Yakuza dude is walking around doing whatever he freaking pleases. Like,
maybe
is Yamazaki's
desperation.
Is Yamazaki secretly more powerful than Orochi? Is that the reason why Orochi can't do anything about it?
Maybe.
Have we learned this time that Have we learned this entire time that Orochi is very weak in math skills?
I don't remember whether or not Yamazaki won that fight with Geese, because I think there was a fight between them at some point. It was in either one of the Fatal Fury games or one of the KOF games, because he was going to screw Yamazaki over or something, I think.
Yeah, because it was a matter of, like, I'm going to screw you before you screw me first.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, it's almost like, for instance, it's almost like Yamazaki is almost like a crazier freaking version of like Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Then they're going to betray you. It's just that this one guy here is so off his rocker is like, man, I can keep him in line. He ain't nothing but a freaking circus animal. I'm gonna keep this freaking Yamazaki. I'm gonna keep him in line. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Last guy who said that died.
Exactly. I know you the goose and everything, but come on, man. What is Shroom, Romello, and Shion all in that pocket dimension, so they all remember Ash.
Oh yeah.
Then again, I would expect those from the past to remember him.
Well, yeah, they should be. They have magic time powers, kinda.
That and he screwed them over.
That too.
Big time. I wonder how Angel will look like in KOF 15. Bet she'll look good. Slade Joseph Wilson will be proud. Angel needs to get a redesign for this game. Like, I better not see anybody get upset with, like, if freaking Angel is redesigned and she has, like, traditional, like, wrestling gear or something. I mean, come on. Something that looks traditional, or not say traditional, but, like, something that you would expect a female wrestler to wear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not to say, like, what she currently has is not that, but... Because I think I know...
Give her a luchador mask or something. I don't know. I don't think she's a luchador.
I mean, she is. Like, you know, like I said, she's a luchador.
She is?
She is. Like, just because you're not... I mean, like I said, just because you're not masked doesn't mean you're not a luchador.
Well, I mean just that because of her style, how she fights.
I mean, that's wrestling.
I guess so.
It's just... It is wrestling. Like, this is why I say this is why I appreciate this team, though, because it's like, a lot of people just think wrestling, like, unless you're just, like, looking into it now and everything, people just think power, muscles, roids, freaking big freaking Clark and freaking Ralph, KOF 13 looking freaking dudes and everything. Like, there's more styles. There's plenty more styles. Like, granted, I don't know the success rate directly, but look at how many wrestlers have like crossed over into like MMA. You got MMA fighters doing vice versa. You know, some of them do well, some of them don't. So I think like there's many different styles to it. Like people sometimes do submissions, some people have like the unorthodox striking game, which is kind of what she has.
Yeah.
Like that's what her stuff. Like it's the unorthodox striking mess and everything. And I mean, come on, she does like. She does the people's elbow, the Rock's finishing move, and a host of other moves. Now I think about it, because like a lot of her stuff shouts out like freaking wrestlers. She is a wrestler. She might not look typical of it then, but she is. She is. But I do wonder, would people be okay with them putting Angel under a mask? Would they? Not to say a mask wouldn't make nobody look bad. I mean, look at when Julia in Tekken became JC. I mean, that was cool. And there's plenty of masked luchadoras. Just saying. There are plenty. What you got? I need Angel with wings and a belt. Wings and a belt, you say? Wings and a belt. Ryan Bomber, bruh. I do think Angel does need a new design like how Shermie did. Yes. Because I saw a lot of people were ragging on, like, you know, what she like, what are those things that she's like wearing, like these chaps or whatever. Like, no wrestler wears that. I'm like, wrong. Not a lot of well-known ones that you know of, but I've seen some, you know. I hope Angel doesn't turn into a heel like Tizok did. I disagree. I would love to see a heel Angel. I would love a heel Angel. I would love that. Like I've said before, I think I've said it on here one time before, either that or one of my videos. Heel Angel would be like that alternate costume that she had in 14. The little devil mess that she had. You give her that as a default, and like her whole playstyle, like, You don't have to like change up as far as like the mechanics, like the inputs and all that. You don't have to change that. But what you can do is like certain moves, like basically have her basically fighting dirty, honestly. Like have her doing like Cody, like freaking picking dirt off the ground and throwing it in people's faces and all that, doing low blows and stuff. Like I'd love that. Still keep like some of her trademark stuff in there though, but like have her like cheating on it, like cheating. Low blows, poking in the eye, throwing freaking whatever she has or whatever. Like do that. I mean, we can have Yamazaki in freaking 14 grabbing random stuff for his level freaking climax, grabbing random stuff and dunking it on you. Why can't they do it for Angel? I like how they did that. Like this man will legit just randomly yank something and just drop it on you. Yeah. Giant billboard, a scoreboard, a sign. I think I might have my game mixed up, but I think he had a. Is that what?
I thought he had a pizza box for some reason.
I wouldn't put it past him. I could like legit hear Yamazaki threatening somebody like that.
You don't want to mess with me there. I'll beat you to death with a pizza box. Yeah.
God, who did that voice in freaking 2002 UM? That's hard. Exactly, Ryan Bomber, Shawn Michaels.
Chris going in. The voice actor.
Who the heck did that voice, man? That man had to have had like freaking water, or don't you drink like freaking bubbly like drinks or whatever when your freaking throat gets itchy or whatever, Sprite and stuff?
Yeah.
Fu and Franco Bash from Fatal Fury for 15. I know Siren here definitely wants some rather unorthodox Fatal Fury representation in 15.
I sure would.
Like, who are some of your idea choices? Fatal Fury people that haven't been in KOF yet?
Sakaku, of course. Think of his name. Oh, Bob Wilson. Well, he's been deconfirmed, basically. I'd say. I'm trying to think actually here. It's like those are the two main people I'd like to see, but there's some other ones from Fatal Fury games like Jubei or Yubei, my bad. Yubei Yamada. He'd be pretty dope. I'm trying to think who else here. Yubei, Axel Hawk, maybe? I know he's kind of a jobber, but he might be an interesting character just to throw in there. I think probably what's his name? I'm trying to think of his name. He's like an old short dude. I think his name's Toji. He's from one of the.
I don't know why. I almost thought you were talking about nicotine, caffeine. No, that's Sam Show. The short old guy.
No, not him. Yeah, those are some of them that come to mind. Those that haven't actually made a proper KOF. Oh, Alfred. What's his name? And Kane, as well as.
They need to build like a cross-tag battle-like style roster for them. That's like you putting up then.
They need to.
That's like nearly almost a whole roster of freaking Fatal Fury.
I've said it before.
These man want these youngins to be educated about Fatal Fury past Terry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, all those characters are really cool. They have
a few of them. A few of them are cool to me too.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that they should. I think that SNK could get together with Namco and make like Namco versus SNK. And have like some cool elements, like some of like the old Fatal Fury games, like the Break Shot and all that stuff, and some of the other like 3D stuff in Maximum Impact, as well as some standard KOF mechanics, as well as
I feel like
having.
I feel like a lot of folks will have nightmares about that then because they don't want anything reminding them of Maximum Impact, but I'd be for that.
Having some
Since
interesting.
you ain't gonna do Tekken Cross Street Fighter, why not that?
Yeah. Plus, I mean, everyone would like seem to like Geese in Tekken, as well as the fact that you could have like the Tekken 3D and maybe even the Tekken like kind of art style mixed with the KOF gameplay.
You could bring some of them Tekken characters and put them in 2D, then it wouldn't be their first time. I mean, I know like you have to look over what Capcom did, but still.
Yeah, but not just Tekken characters, like Soul Calibur characters as well.
Well, people more than I think would want to have like a Soul Calibur Cross Sam show. That's what a lot of people want actually.
Yeah.
That's what they thought was possibly going to happen when they did the whole How Maru thing. And I mean, honestly, from what like they talked about, because someone did an interview with like both of like the heads of both of those games, and like I mean they even mentioned it when they actually announced How Maru for Soul Calibur at Evo.
Yeah.
The one guy mentioned a lot of those people that work on Soul Calibur, they love Sam Show. They love Sam Show. And I mean, How Maru worked out nice. I mean, why not? You got a lot of people that have these similar weapons. Like, there's a lot of dream matches there, honestly.
I only say
Raphael, Charlotte, freaking who else? I don't think anybody in Sam Show has a weapon like Siegfried's though. I don't think they do. That's his size. I know, like. Off the sheer fact that no one definitely has anything like hers, why not put her up against like the big freaking put her up against the face of freaking one of the faces of Soul Calibur.
Hanfu? Not Hanfu, what's his name?
You right, you talking about Wanfu.
Wanfu, yeah, Wanfu.
I mean, it's about the same, it's just that Wanfu is larger than freaking Siegfried, but that's as close as I think you'll get. Unless I'm missing somebody. Jose, I really like my whole thing about it when it comes to like the whole heel thing with Angel. I just want something different. The one thing, like I said, Rizzy said it, I'm saying it because I agree with it then. It's what I've been trying to say for the longest time when it comes to 15. I don't want 15 to feel like it's 14 with a couple of extra characters and a couple of new mechanics and some people switch teams. I mean, whether she's a glorified driver or not, if the character is just cool or whatever, then I'm all for it. Like, that's just my thing. Like, one of them has to change, but like, I'm pretty sure if anybody's gonna change on Team Mexico, it's probably gonna be Tizvox/KOD. I don't think we ever learned the name of the actual person behind the mask. We just know that the dinosaur and the griffin are the same person. I said, glorified jobber, yeah, but I mean, like, Shingo is practically a glorified jobber, but people love Shingo. I mean, the company can book characters however the heck they want to, but like, if people love a character regardless, they're gonna gravitate towards them. Look at how they tried to push Shune as the protagonist of this arc. Then they made Shune the protagonist of this particular arc. With 15, they got his face all over most of the ads now. They're actually trying to do it. Because did you ever realize this, Siren, how Shune was like pretty much the main protagonist from the jump of this arc? But when you look at 14, the advertisements, the packaging and everything, like I still have like my physical copy of 14 over there. It's got Kyo on the hard like freaking cover box there. It's got Kyo on it. Yeah. Kyo and Iori are still there. It's like they have them in the intro facing off, and I mean, yeah, I know they're favorites, but it's like, do you see like how they don't seem to have a lot of faith in the kid?
Yeah.
Like now they're trying to do it. Now they're trying to, because now Shune's face is like on the billboards and stuff like that. Freaking Oda has like his freaking, didn't Oda like have his Shune's picture like on his Twitter or something like that or whatever? Like they're trying to push this guy as like the hero, but are a lot of people gravitating towards him? No. For one reason or another. I'm not saying they're all like viable. I don't agree with all of them, but still, like my point is just the fact, like whether they're glorified jobber or not, then people are gonna like characters regardless.
Yeah.
And isn't there like not a better feeling than taking a character that's a glorified jobber in storyline and having them kick the mess out of everybody else?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say they were dipping their toe in the water with them. Honestly, they had no faith in. They had no faith in them. By the way, y'all say hi to Cheshire the cat. Then y'all recall he was on the Shattering with us 2 episodes ago, if I'm right. Yeah, because we had Raspy last time, and then we had him before that, so 2 episodes. Because I was talking about how we were coming up back-to-back guests on back-to-back episodes. But like, I just want like something different. You know what I'm saying? Like something has to be changed up right now because, I mean, I'm still looking forward to 15, but is there hype there? Not to the level that I would hope it would be. Like I said, the whole thing with the secret agent team was a step in the right direction, but they've got to like have more surprises, like, because some people think like this second half is going to be surprises left and right now because of the whole team secret agent thing. So taking that into consideration, does that mean that K-Dash is not going to have either Kula or Maxima by his side this time?
I think if they were to drop anyone from that team, it would be Maxima. Because they ain't gonna just drop Kula.
I said by his side, not in the game. But then again, I think Kula doesn't have any other friends unless, hey, we don't know the relationship that freaking Luong has with, like, far as like in detail, we don't know the details there. We know she's an agent, I guess when you look at the team name, but like, we don't know what that connection's about. Maybe some other stuff happened off screen. Maybe Kula gets some friends there, maybe Kula want to start like her first freaking the Pretty Girls Team Mark II, I guess. I don't know.
Potentially.
And,
She could be the last member of the women's fighters team. I think we've said this many times, but...
do you want me to, like, shout out that one person that... I mean, I said, like, me personally, I might be repeating stuff, but I kind of wanted to bring it up just to get your idea of it then. You don't mind that, Tyron?
I don't mind, no. Don't
Okay, so... get that mess out of here. For some reason, like, I opened up my phone, I guess I was on Riz's video, because somebody in the bottom, because this is when he put out his Ramon reaction late.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody who was, I guess, obviously bait or obviously an idiot, but talking about an El Fuerte clone, I'm about to say, would you go somewhere? Obviously bait or an idiot, that's what I say. Come on, man. Ramon been speeding and dashing and annoying folks like crazy in freaking KOF years before you had Habanero freaking dashing and splashing and freaking twistering and stuff. They're based on 2 different people too. As I mentioned earlier, Ramon is based on Tiger Mask. El Fuerte is based on El Santo. One of the most popular, like one of the big 3 when it comes to Lucha Libre in Mexico. Little tidbit for y'all, I'm pretty sure Jose already knows. But the big 3 when it comes to Lucha Libre in Mexico, you got El Santo, you have Blue Demon, and you have Mil Mascaras. Let me know if I got that right, Jose. I probably don't. But I also wanted to shout out, because essentially I mentioned Jose. I actually found Jose commented on this person's video right here. But shout outs to Move Legacies, another content creator. Because we've talked about characters that we want in 15, but who do you not want to see come back?
That's an interesting question.
Who do you not want to freaking get tortured, or who do you just not want to hear, honestly? Because you mentioned, we talked about the whole thing with Maxima, because Maxima was the first character he mentioned. I know there's a couple of you watching right now that have told me that y'all like Maxima. If you don't know how I feel about it, like I said, I just don't get it. I mean, I like robot characters too, but something about Maxima, he's just... ironically, he's dull. I don't get it.
Okay.
And I'm like known as like the resident grappler player down where I live and everything, but it's like, so you can't say that, because I've seen people, because some people say they don't want Maxima back. They could do without freaking Goro Daimon. They always accuse people who say that like, oh, it's a big body hater. I'm like, no. Like I said, I want KOD or T-Zoc. Antonov was a cool character. So like, what other excuse you gonna make up now? Like robot hater, big body hater. Like I like robots too. Then what you talking about? But he's just dull. Like he's just I don't get it. And I give him props because like I don't think there are that many Canadian freaking KOF characters. I think
He might be the only one.
But I just don't like. I don't get it. What do you think, Siren?
Who do I not want to see? Chang and Choi and Chin.
By the way, get out of here,
Three
Larry.
C's.
Get out of here. To my last member of the women fighters team is Annie. Talking about the Skullgirls character. Get out of here. That would be. See that? Ironically, I say that, but that right there would be a shattering expectations right there. The final member of the women fighters team is a guest fighter from like one of their other freaking crossover games. I'm gonna bring in Chun-Li. Oh god. Go ahead, Siren. Forget I even said that.
Yeah,
Maxima.
Okay, so Maxima, not Maxima. I'm fine with Maxima. It's
Oh,
the
you
three
found-
C's, as I call them: Chin, Choi, and Chang. Chin, Choi, and Chang. I think their names are. Old dude, the fat dude, and the tiny dude.
This man said the old dude, the fat dude, and the tiny dude. And those are the three that you don't want to see anymore in freaking.
God, no. Chin is so utterly boring, and his gameplay even further reflects that. And
You
the
didn't
only
catch that.
personality he really has is he's drunk.
You didn't see what I did there. I said the three people you didn't want to see in
Oh my
this game.
God.
You called them the three C's. Now
Yeah.
you see what I was talking about.
Oh my god.
You did it. You started it.
Okay.
But I actually agree with it. I think
The other two
Chin-
characters are just
Chin-
so bleh.
Chin, I won't play personally. I won't personally play Chin, but I do think like he's interested at least. Now, Chang and Choi, the messed up part about that is I feel like we're gonna see them in 15 because Jose brings up a whole bunch about. Because I actually did peep that little detail because I've heard numerous people talk about it on my channel and elsewhere, but in the manga, I think Kim got back with them. And I think I mentioned this maybe yesterday during one of the streams, is that I just realized that the three of them legit have something in common when it comes to like reuniting, is the fact that they want to get away from somebody. Kim wants to get away from his master and his girlfriend if they are still together. I wonder about that with the whole, I'm a secret agent, sorry babe.
Can't
wants to get away
talk
from
now,
them.
babe. I'm doing secret agent stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's like you got that, and then you got, if you're taking into account if the villains team is like semi-canon, then the two of them wanted to get away from Xanadu. So I mean, like, they got something in common. At the same time, I've never been that big a fan of Chang or Choi. Like, they're just, I hate to say it because it's so overused, but they're boring. I just don't get the appeal. I really don't.
Yes. Freddy Krueger and Fat Guy.
I just don't get it. Like, how do you base a character off of another character that's more interesting in Freddy Krueger, but then is boring? Like, I'm sorry to anybody that likes these characters, but like, I just don't get the appeal. I really don't. Maxima is actually a machine like Jack in the Tekken series. Jack is actually more fun than Maxima to me.
Dang.
And I get like he's kind of like the voice of reason to like kind of quell any of K Dash's bad intentions when he was like the brat and the protagonist at the same time. But still, like, come on. Gongil, please don't come back even though he's already confirmed. I mean, I don't know at this point. I really don't know. I really do not know. Like, if we find out by chance that Gongil and Luong are still an item, maybe. Maybe. But if they're not together anymore, what's the point? Oh, like... No, Josh... Jose is like... He mentioned that last time. A lot of people said they didn't like freaking Gongil because he was too short. Which made me laugh. Which made me laugh. That made me laugh.
I would originally, like maybe like a couple of weeks ago, said Kenso, but I kind of found him to be kind of a fun character to play as, at least. But
I don't mind Kenso as long as they give him back his freaking command grab super in 13. That's the only reason why I did not like him in 14.
I feel
they
like
took away.
I feel like what they could do is make him a mix of 13 and 2002 UM's like EX Kenso.
If they freaking put the machine gun punch freaking command grab super in there,
say goodbye to your health.
I will main Kenso, but like that 14 Kenso, that was boring.
Too needs to change. Like
his outfit was
so,
okay.
Like,
it's okay to me,
mediocre.
but like not as mediocre as his moveset in there. His moveset was awful.
Debatable.
Like
it's not amazing, but damn, he's just straight up. I'm gonna put on casual clothes in this fighting tournament and not have any fun with it.
I mean, maybe he was trying. Maybe that was SMK trying to send the message that he aged a bit, I guess, even though that's kind of a weird way to do it, I guess. But then again, I guess there's certain stuff that you would wear when you're more mature as opposed to when you're a brat, but
yeah.
But it's like his moveset was just boring in 14, man. It's like and I mean, I get it. As much as I've just talked like moments ago about how I kind of want some things to be different in here, like I say that on the strength that I don't want this game to seem like 14 with a couple of extra things sprinkled in. But if anything could have stayed the same, it could have been just that right there. Why did they take that away? Why did they take that away?
I don't know.
Why did they take away like...
They basically took away what made him interesting.
Oh my god, man. How you gonna get Athena and then like you ain't even doing like your most impressive stuff? You doing like freaking basic mess. You doing stuff by the numbers. Now, Josh, he was joking with you because Jose threw that at me too. He was joking. Jose even told me that people were saying that Gongil looked like DSP, which honestly made me... I could never look at him the same way ever again after Jose told me that.
Oh, the other character...
Oh my god.
Oh, another character I would not want to see back is freaking... what's his name? Oh, Nelson. Not nelson. Wait, is it Nelson? No, it's Bandetta's.
Who? You know the funny thing about that is, making sure I get his name right. I'm sorry. Move Legacies agrees with you. Like the same guy that I pulled the concept from, he agrees with you. Like he, I guess, wasn't a fan of Bandetta's. I actually didn't mind him. He was okay. Like I talked with some people in the Riz's Discord about Bandetta's. He was goofy. He was kind of silly and all that, but it was a fun kind of silly for me, at least. Then, like, yeah, you got like another character that I don't know if like, well, I said this when I was playing Guilty Gear last night. The guys over here might remember me saying it. Yeah, he might seem like that one person that watched like the first episode of Naruto and their whole life changed. I get that, but something about Bandetta's, I guess, made him like fun. Like it was fun, it was fun kind of goofiness. Honestly, it's the fun quirkiness. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't mind him all that much. I didn't really main him because I don't think his playstyle fit mine, but he was okay. But like, Move Legacies was going in on this guy. He was like, "You being a creep over here, simping for Mai and everything." Then he called BS on the fact that your your last name is not Hattori, which I think he might be right. He lifted that name from, of course, the legendary Hattori Hanzo. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of people down here, when we tried to like get them into KOF and all that by playing 14, they love Band-Aid us. But then again, those folks are Naruto fans. so, I mean, I could, like I said, I don't. If you anybody that dislikes the freaking South America team, I think that you don't have much to worry about because either A, none of them are coming back, or B, maybe one of them might. That's how I see with Team South America,
You
honestly.
know what they should have done for Team South America? This is just my opinion, but they should have. They should have done Nelson, Marco Rodriguez, and what's his name? Bob Wilson.
I don't think either one of them would be caught with any of those two, with Nelson or anybody.
Really?
It depends, because like far as I know, the one person I know Marco has like a huge like connection to is like Rio. Like, you know, I always mention he's in the dojo when you look over there in 13 and all that. Who knows though? Maybe he might be. Maybe he might actually, you know, would usher in some new talent. I mean, hey, interestingly, what you mentioned there, I think would be a good way of bringing some new characters in. You know, you lessen the impact of people maybe, or like lessen the chances people don't like them by basically bringing in somebody that they're familiar with. You know, okay, you know, and on top of that, a surprise, like, you know, oh snap, Marco's back, and like, oh, you got two new people. Okay, you know, hey, Marco's back, yay! You know, so that could have worked. That could have worked. I think what you recommended there might have. It might have like people. I don't think would have hated that team as much. Well, despise that team as much. I don't think like people were just like, "Grr, I freaking hate these." It was just like they were, I guess, boring. I don't know what most. I just know most folks said they didn't like them. I don't know if they were saying they were boring or corny or stupid, or I know somebody here was like that was kind of a very dopey a dopey representation of what like Brazilians and South Americans look like, which I mean I would agree. So like I said, I don't think anybody. I'll be 15 shades of surprised if anybody from that team comes back. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised. Let me ask you something, Siren, because I think he brought up something interesting. Even though I feel like I know what the answer to this question is going to be. Move Legacies actually thinks it would be cool if Chang and Choi came as like a duo character, like it's one character but you got two of them.
Like,
that would make it better.
Like in.
What do you think?
Like in CVS 2.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe that'd make them more interesting. I still think they're kind of boring characters, but who knows?
You heard it from Siren here, so boring character plus a boring character is a boring character.
Yeah.
Can't fret him for that. Did you know that Ramon versus Ralph in the trailer is actually a throwback in the KOF manga? Here's a minor spoiler. He called Ralph an old man, and that's how he one-punched Ramon in the face.
Oh, jeez.
Why in the world would you try up Ralph? I don't know, Ramon. Unless you're like somebody who is good at taking advantage of like fighters that are like good at taking advantage of hot-headed people. Ralph gonna burn you to a crisp, man.
Yeah.
So you telling me he was getting his revenge in the trailer, huh?
I guess so.
In the manga, like, since you put the spoiler there, like, was it just like one punch, or like was it like one punch, but then he freaking walks out from the fire like he does in his freaking 14 climax? Cause that was dope. I love that freaking super. I love how everyone was freaking heartbroken when GG Strive was delayed, but when KOF 15 was delayed, everyone was like, oh, understandable. Like, damn, they hardly cared if it wasn't GG Strive. The reason why I think people, anybody, I can only speak for me in this case, but anybody that was heartbroken about GG Strive getting delayed is kind of silly and irrational.
Yeah.
Because anybody that played the beta knows that those freaking lobbies needed some bolts tightened. Which is, see, the thing is, me personally, I had the same understandable when it came to like both ends. I had both of them, honestly. Like I said, I had played that Guilty Gear Strive beta. Those lobbies needed straightening up. I would hope that freaking Arxis would have like given Johnny. Freaking Johnny. I almost said Vanessa, because Johnny, like, when I was playing Giovanna, he kept making the Vanessa joke, but freaking, I was hoping that they would have actually spiced up Giovanna's playstyle a little bit then, but they didn't, but whatever.
Yeah.
So when they announced the pushback, I was like, cool, fine. And I also think, now I will say this, on behalf of the folks that were heartbroken about Guilty Gear Strive, I think they might have been heartbroken because we had known when that game was going to come out. And they announced the pushback, I think, roughly less than a month before it was scheduled to come out. I think it was within, like, near the week, I think. So that might have given Guilty Gear Strive some heat. Which I guess didn't really carry over because, like, that game is probably the hottest fighting game right now.
Yeah, right now. Definitely.
Yeah. KOF 15, on the other hand, I think freaking SNK looked across the street, took notes, and it was like, yeah. And also on top of that, since they made the mistake of reneging on their delay of the very first trailer when they should have, I'm not going to go into detail. You all know what I'm going to say and who I'm going to talk about. And what, well, as in who, I mean like what character. But it was clear that something with this game needed a little bit of a tune-up and a shine-up. And they were right to at least announce a delay way in advance and not the month before. Because I understand, you want to make that release date, but I don't like it when companies will, like, delay something near the date of release. Because that can get a little discouraging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that can, like, I mean, it's just like, for instance, since Josh mentioned it, it's almost like when SNK decides to wait until 10 o'clock Wednesday over here, or Thursday, Japan, wherever you are on the globe, you know what time they usually drop trailers. When they decide, you're sitting over there, looking at the freaking page, and waiting for that next character to drop, and what do? Oh, we're gonna give you a trailer next week.
Oh.
See, that right there is, that's not good.
Yeah, no.
Though I will say this, looking back at it now, I feel like people should have used some context clues. Because think about it. That 1 week that we did not get a trailer, let me ask you this. Did we get a silhouette within the same time?
No.
And the answer is no. So that should have been a big tell. I understand, like I talk about it, they need to switch up the way they do reveals now and everything, but I kind of felt like with a silhouette not being put out the day before, the night before, that was a big tell.
Yeah.
Jose says, although I'm curious what Ramon's role will be like in KOF 15 story, I'd say it's probably not going to be important, but it could be something of an excuse to support his crush Vanessa. Of course, he's going to be simping for her again. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Most of the time in KOF, and people simp for somebody, they keep on doing it. Freaking Kenso, come on. Remember that time there was a high school girls team and Athena was the freaking captain of that mess?
Yeah.
Where do you think Kenso was? He was at home in his room freaking crying.
Yeah, probably.
You like that more than I expected.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, everybody, always. The only person that I guess kind of stopped was Mary, I think. Even though I think that might have been a retcon.
Maybe.
And then you got like people that resist simping. Then, like, for instance, it's not really either King or Rio even pushing for them to get together. It's like the family, ain't it?
Yeah.
Because it's not even like they're not into each other or whatever. It's just Rio is kind of a bonehead. He's kind of like Knuckles from freaking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
But like he's good at his craft, and it's like, you know, I like to fight. I like to fight. I like to fight. I like to fight. And I guess seeing that King is like the only one that's not absent-minded between the two of them when it comes to what they're trying to do, they try to push their agenda on her, and she was like,
She wasn't having it.
really? Like, how would you react if your family pushing somebody like that to you, then all of a sudden they show up, set you up on a date, wear some dopey freaking disguises, and then, oh, hey, that penthouse, you can have the key.
Who knows?
Pow Pow Cafe, where a lot of silliness happens.
You're telling me.
Somebody actually asked me that. Do you think there's gonna be more Pow Pow Cafe nonsense in somebody's ending somewhere or somewhere in the story?
I was about to literally make that joke of, I guess I mean, if SNK ain't gonna go bankrupt, definitely the Pow Pow Cafe is.
You heard Siren say it here first. Pow Pow Cafe brawls equals money.
Yeah.
It'd be even funny if like they actually legit freaking, instead of stills, it was like actual just animated.
Just full CG cutscene.
Since y'all mentioned the women fighters earlier, I'm getting so annoyed with this. I'm getting so annoyed with SNK when it comes to this. I'm annoyed with this. I'm annoyed with the fact we don't know what like the mechanics are in freaking detail yet. I'm annoyed that we don't know what the freaking the UI looks like. I'm annoyed at the fact that K-Dash hasn't been seen in 6 months. At this point right here, K-Dash's team has to be shaken up. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
And this freaking person, speaking of old boy that did like the video there, he said he did not want Hinako back.
Really?
Yep.
I mean,
She's in the thumbnail of the video.
dang. I mean, I can't say that I'm a huge fan. Hey! Okay. Well, it's that special time in the Shattering thing when my dog goes off for absolutely no reason. So,
Go ahead and take care of it. I got it. Oh, dog. We can still hear you, brah. Oh, man. I really don't think we're going to see the last member of the Women Fighters team for the rest of this year, honestly. They're going to wait until, like, the beginning of, like, January to reveal them. And now, watch. Watch here. Watch what happens at this point. I say that right now, and they're going to reveal them next week or something. But honestly, like I said, they got to come with all the shakeups and the surprises in this second. Well, I say second half, but I don't know how many characters are on the roster. I want to say we're in. I want to say we're at the halfway point. Yes, I did, Jose. That's why I brought it up, because I was like, I had talked to Siren about it beforehand. I was like, do you want to bring this up then? Because, I mean, I'll be repeating myself, because a lot of what he picked there, I would also pick. And then I look, I was like, oh, Jose saw this video. Yo. Yeah, I saw that, like...
You find
I
it?
feel like people would much rather see probably, like I said, Jun Hoon. I know freaking Siren loves Jun Hoon.
He's pretty fun.
A team of... Say what?
I said he's pretty fun, yeah.
Okay, he's back, cool. Like I said, I know, because Jose asked me about, like, his comment that I seen in the video, and I was like, I did. Because I think he said, like, Chang and Choi to be retired, so I guess, like, they're not coming back or something like that. And I'm like, I know a lot of people would rather probably see, like I said, Jun Hoon on that team, Mei Lee, one of them being me.
I feel
Bars.
like even though
Friggin' Kim and...
I feel like even though people dislike him, I feel like more people might... I don't know, I might be wrong, but I feel like that Gang Il would be slightly more accepted than those two. That just might be my bias, but I feel like they've been around for so long and nobody has really liked them that much. And since Gang Il is such a new character, I feel like he has a better chance. But since he had like this whole meta thing in competitive play, I'm just saying.
And I'm just shaking my head. I'm with Josh said it earlier. Well, I'll put it like this. If they bring him back, they gotta make him more fun. Come on, man. They got to.
Well, I
that was
fun
like
with the character. Yeah, he could do some more stuff. Definitely.
Well, much like when I know my tastes are niche, I know when I'm in the minority. And I think y'all are in the minority, because I thought I was legit missing something when I was doing his missions. I'm like, did I miss something? Is that it? Like, come on, man. Like, you actually have Kim outdoing you. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I mean, he does have a good point, but I do think Chang and Choi should just retire. They had no plot relevance since they debuted in '94. Correct. Correct. Because, like, they randomly got passed over to a freaking goofball that I wonder if he's coming back. Because I know he wasn't popular either. Xanadu. But I like playing Xanadu. But I know he wasn't popular either.
He's still more interesting than Chin and Joy. That's in my opinion. I'm sorry, but his crack addict freaking personality is what makes him more interesting.
I'll go straight to crack when it comes to this man.
I mean, he's got white around his face. Let's face it.
Oh, stop. Oh my god. I really hope they bring Xanadu back, because they gotta explain what's up with this man. They've gotta.
Yeah. Agree.
Is he a cult? Is he like really like a cult? And like, who's the person he worships in the cult? And if it is drugs, then what the world, like, what is it? And where'd you get them from? And where can we find them so we can seal them and nobody else get them, because we don't want a whole KOF roster of Xanadus running around. You know what happens when a bunch of Xanadus run around, right? They pick you up and they rock you to sleep.
He gives some of his secret stuff to frickin' Freeman, and he just goes wild.
Freaking Oswald, freaking. I'm not gonna go there.
Oswald. Yeah, because of the dragon pills he needed, or whatever they're called.
I'm so bad. Hey, Xanadu, you own them dragon pills. We got like 40 minutes left in this one. I guess you're ready to play some UM.
I'm definitely down to do that.
Alright. I think Siren probably watched the stream and saw that K-Dash player freaking fold me up like a EX freaking Xanadu command grab. but I ain't played freaking UM in a minute. It's been Guilty Gear Strive and Skullgirls.
Listen, man. I'm gonna say it
Say
now.
what?
They've had like at the very least 12 years to practice that game.
Well,
I don't know what you're expecting. Someone's gonna get their cheeks handed to them on a bronze platter. Not a silver platter or a gold platter. I'm sorry, it's a bronze.
it had been a minute since I've legit switched between fighting games like that, so. Because usually I was good at that because I always naturally played a lot of stuff.
I've been playing Tekken 7 a bit more, trying to actually get into it since Kazuya has come to Smash, and it's actually been quite fun. I've had Tekken for a while. I finally beat the one part in the story where, you know, spoiler alert, huge spoiler alert, if you haven't played it. If you haven't, cover your ears, because and if you hear this and you still haven't, go get, like, I don't know, electroshock therapy, because you're not gonna want to miss it. But
I think the only people that don't know, like, I think everybody in my audience knows, like, if somebody's watching the VOD and you don't freaking pause, that's on you.
Yeah.
He warned you. He
I
warned
gave you
you.
a warning and a half. All right.
Tenfold.
Wait, which controller is plugged in? Hey! Better not. Better not, dog. Better not.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Okay. Which one's... Oh, that's plugged into that. What? Why aren't you ready? Oh, there it is. No, it's what? Hello? Game? I'm gonna register my stuff. I'm trying re-plugging it in. Hello? Oh, hey! Enough! Jeez. Come on.
Jose says, tell oh, never mind. I forgot he's old. He freaking...
Let me go see what he's freaking out about.
Jose says, say it. Okay, he's still over there wrestling with a dog. Trying to warm back up, and like that was an eye opener. Then like we saw a freaking. It's funny, we've been ragging on freaking Chang and Choi all freaking throughout this episode. I know Jose was there. I think maybe Kamen Rider was there, and I think most of y'all watching were probably there. Maybe we actually saw a freaking. We actually saw Choi. Like online when I played yesterday. We actually saw somebody playing Choi. Like, I couldn't believe it. I legit thought I was like getting trolled. We actually got a Choi. What? What? Jose, I think I think he's over there dealing with the dog. But weren't you there with me, Jose, when we freaking ran to the Choi player when I played 2002 UM for like a hot minute? Because I couldn't believe it. We actually freaking found a Choi player. For the record, if you hear like my mic cut out, I'm actually kind of snacking a little bit here on the side, and most of my friends are like that, and like I like to honor.
I've gotten a question in chat, and I'd given my answer because it was someone who's over here, but
Ooh.
but I'll tell you. I'll ask. It's what subtle changes would you like to see in fighting games as a whole? And I have my answer as for a mechanic. That'd be interesting.
Better not
It's not a mechanic. That's just
Nick.
a must-have.
You just said subtle changes, then I ain't hear you say mechanics. Shoot. I really don't know because I never gave it much thought when it comes to mechanics. And yeah, really, Jose, like it was I ran into a Choi player when I played last night then. Because I spent that whole match, so I was like, oh my god, really? It's a Choi? It's actually a Choi? Wait a minute, hold up. It's actually a Choi? I'm actually playing against a Choi player? Wait, what?
There's nothing happening. Okay, we'll try this again. Let me try to restart my Steam, actually. Task manager.
I felt like I was being mean to that guy too. It was like, I actually found a Choi player. I legit found one. I found a Choi player.
Yeah. Okay, but what subtle change or subtle mechanic change would you have to fighting games as a whole? I thought of an interesting
I
one.
really don't have one because playing so many fighting games over so many years, it's like all of them have like their different little quirks and stuff. And it's like I could probably like answer that maybe like with a specific game, but as a whole, not really. I can't really think of one honestly. It's already bad enough. Comeback mechanics are so controversial.
The one I thought about is something interesting. You kind of had it in Art of Fighting, but it wasn't done well, and that's stamina. I think it could be something interesting without it being too punishing. Say you do a combo, but you mess up, and it punishes you for messing up by you having not enough stamina to just do it again.
Trying to make some freaking unforgivable mess. That's what you're trying to do.
A little bit.
Dropping that combo. Whoop, sorry. Can't do it. Sorry. Stamina too low. I know Mortal Kombat had a freaking stamina mechanic in the older game. They brought it back in Mortal Kombat X. Some other game I know has like a stamina.
Why is my controller at?
But isn't Choi supposed to be banned? I guess when I was playing that time he wasn't banned. The only characters I had banned when I freaking played last night was any boss characters because I really didn't want to freaking embarrass anybody freaking dive kicking them with that mess.
Why is it doing this?
People put them boss characters in and think they being cheeky, but then they get freaking whooped around by a freaking little Mr. Supersonic Boy freaking, what's his name? Bow.
Yeah. I'm trying to just figure out why it isn't registering the thing, despite the fact that the computer's registering it.
Controller's not registered in the computer?
Yeah, I don't get why.
Do you have
It's registering on Steam, or it's registering on my computer, but it's not registering in this game. Let me see if it registers on anything else real quick.
Do you have, like, is this specifically for PC, or is it kind of like where you can switch the mode, the compatibility mode?
I can switch the compatibility mode, but I already...
That's what I did when mine wasn't registering, because the one I use, it's like, it has PS4, PS3, and PC compatibility. And I think when I was struggling to get it to register, I had it in PS4 mode, which is weird because I can just plug PS4 controllers up to the PC and they work. But...
maybe it's because I had something stuck to Turbo 2. I don't use Turbo mode.
Whatever, cheaters will always be cheaters. Whatever, cheaters will always be cheaters. They'll always be idiots too when they lose by cheating. Let me tell you an instance about that.
It's literally just
So, my
doing
friend-
this with 2002 UM.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
Let me try.
Restart, I suppose, but like, my close friends and I, we always play like Mario Party whenever we freaking like gathered up and everything. And you know how Mario Party like has certain games where it's like whoever can mash like the most or mash the fastest wins the game.
Yeah.
One of our friends, I saw what he was doing, but I didn't say anything because I had a slight feeling that it was gonna be something ridiculous. But so we had one of those mashing games, and shout outs to Johnny Phantom if he's watching. This guy is known for just shredding freaking controllers almost like a freaking guitarist freaking shreds. Because whenever we had one of these mashing games coming up, we always thought we lose because John would always outmash us. But one of them that was playing, they had cut turbo. They cut the freaking turbo on because they had a controller that had like the turbo compatibility for turbo inputs. And long story short, even after he cheated with that, he still lost to John. It like you had turbo cut on. Like I didn't say anything at the time then, but then he knew I saw. But then when he lost, I was like, you got. So what is your favorite? What is my favorite thing about Guilty Gear Strive so far? That's a good question because there's a lot of things. Because I like the way it looks. The roster for the most part is pretty cool. The music is extravagant. I had to start over on the story mode because of that patch that came out that basically resets your save progress. So, but even still, I like the fact they put that in there. I don't know. It's a tie between one of those three things right there. Like, I've really been enjoying that game, honestly. Like, I can't, like, I mean, I think Ryan, I think Kamen Rider asked me my favorite characters one time we were playing, which I said was Giovanna. Giovanna, you know. I think my favorite thing about freaking Guilty Gear Strive is the fact that it's basically bridged the gap because you got hardcore casual players, people that never even thought about or were too scared to pick up Guilty Gear, which I mean, understandable because even though someone like me will try whatever fighting game is in front of them, I can understand how certain games can look intimidating. But it's like this one right here, I think bridged a lot of gaps. You got casuals, you got people that been picking up Guilty Gear for the first time. You got people like me that play these games hardcore. Everybody's playing and like everybody's basically having a good time with it. The only downsides to it are like the small bugs, like the one I got. Y'all saw it last night when I got promoted in the towers, and it got stuck on that like freaking page where it's like, oh, we're gonna promote you. That and the lobbies still have a couple of irons. They need to fix some of those in, but you know, hopefully that comes with time. Mario Party was notorious for destroying friendships. I always thought that was Mario Kart, but
Okay, I
maybe
got
it's
it working, Chris.
all right. Cool. I always thought it was Mario Kart that was notorious for destroying friendships, but maybe it's both. All I know with us, I could never destroy this friendship. It was just a lot more trash talking than usual.
Okay. Let me invite you here.
And I thought Mario Kart destroyed.
I
There you
can't-
go. You said it.
I can't see.
What's up?
I can't see online here. You gotta.
I gotta go online then because I don't want filthy freaking vermin freaking interrupting me when I'm playing stuff there. Y'all are cool and all then, but all like when I'm freaking. The thing about Mario Kart is like, my friend Johnny loves freaking Double Dash. There was one. I keep thinking you're Larry, because both y'all have like Cheshire stuff in your name. It's like, god dang.
Yeah. So I got. I'm a Cheshire as well. I can't say I'm a very good artist though. Okay.
I just know too many of y'all.
Who do I want? Take you. And I'll take.
If Mario Kart destroys friendships, then we must have a tight one then, because all we basically did was just run the mess back until like you got tired. I get why they say that though. The mess does get intense.
I should probably turn up 2002 UI. Hold on. Hold on. I need to turn it up a little bit on the volume mixer. Okay, there we go.
I'll cut it down. Matter of fact, hold up. Hang on a minute. The mixer. Open the volume mixer. Drop this down to about here. Is that better? What's up, Johnny? Well, no, on my side they were saying that the audio was too loud.
Ah. Wait, I have a reflection? Oh my god. Dang, that's okay, you on that.
I mean, no, that is Jose. Thank you, Johnny. Should have known better than to do that. Like you won't get command grabbed. Oh, it doesn't even say time over when you do that.
It does, but it doesn't do
okay,
that
okay.
immediately.
That was late. That was late.
That was very late.
How you doing, Johnny? I just... Good damage. Sorry if you didn't hear me the first time, Johnny. I freaking didn't have the intervals set correctly. Get off. Dang it. That sound better? I know Jose said good enough, but I'm just making sure. Cause you know, certain like, you know, stuff like, you know, when the music plays, it can be overpowering. Very good. A little late. What did I miss? We talked about Ramon. We talked about characters that we didn't want to see because it's somebody that Jose actually saw. They made a video about characters that they didn't want to be in the next game. He got a little bit too much heat for that then, because I mean, exactly, Jose. He needs to give that mess up. Why am I hovering over freaking Maxima of all people? I ain't playing Maxima. Like Zeta do it, maybe Zeta do. I really wonder what the reaction will be if he's back. Whoa. Ah, that's a low.
Oh.
Hang on.
He's combing his like very slight amount of hair.
I take care of what you got.
I guess so.
I cut it down some more, Jose. How does it sound? Any more, and I'm about to freaking put the desk on mute. I like this Su Hao comparison you're making there, because the only thing is he hadn't been murdered, so unless something happened off screen. Zeta dude got murdered off screen. Please don't let that be true. Because if he does, then I feel like I did it.
Pixel.
Dang it, should have rolled. Alright. Glad to hear, Jose. Oh, my audio was high. Okay. problem with Xanadu is that I guess they tried to make him scary, but ended up with a bad design.
Why is
They feel bad about
like
that.
a lemon?
We're gonna make this big, scary guy.
Oh, really? I don't know if I heard somebody say this. I think somebody was talking about Xanadu looks like looks like a rejected freaking Dead by Daylight character instead of a KOF character.
Dang.
I'm trying to imagine freaking Xanadu in Dead by Daylight.
He'd fit right in.
Oh my god. Also, he's too slow and with very impractical movements.
Just comes up
When
behind
I,
you,
like-
does that like baby
when I fir-
cradling thing and just snaps you in half.
Yeah. It tripped me out that like his little, I think it was his crouching fierce punch was like, wasn't it like him? It was either that or his kick. Like he's on the ground pretty much throwing a temper tantrum like a freaking baby. Interesting. How would Xanadu actually, like, you know, how would he attack people in freaking Dead by Daylight? You gonna give him a hug or something?
He punches him.
Come here.
Oh boy. Oh, it's so fun.
Like Xanadu walks up to somebody and just hugs them and whatever. Hug a death.
Oh my god.
All characters in general need to be balanced with projectiles or some bigger hitboxes, just what Diamond doesn't have.
Doesn't Xanadu already have a projectile when he screams?
Yeah, but I think it's on like a full screen projectile.
I mean, at
The
least you can
scream.
negate projectiles.
This scream was kind of like a meaty attack, will be called. I guess. Trying to remember, was he negative on block when he did that? His scream.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Oh no. This is where you go to the great Yeezys in the sky.
Hey man, at least you went out nice.
I don't know, kind of smelled like the ocean.
Why you down there freaking acting like a freaking pup, man?
Damn.
You're talking about scents and stuff. Let me stop. Let me stop. I wonder what Athena's new theme song will be in KOF 15 instead of the weird Christmas theme in KOF 14.
I think she's gonna have like a new outfit. She seems to every. Do you think Athena's gonna have a new outfit? She seems to like every game, right?
If there is somebody who I would suspect would have a new outfit, it would be her, I guess. I suppose.
Order select.
The messed up part about it was, since Jose mentioned it, the freaking, I like the Psycho Soldiers theme song in freaking 13 a whole lot more. That little piano riff was just, oh no. And that CVS Kyo. I don't know why I did that. Here.
Oh no.
I thought it was gonna be something totally different. That was supposed to be a roll. I think people would be scared of freaking big characters with giant projectiles. well, a projectile.
Imagine if like projectiles were real, and how different that would make the freaking like UFC.
Why did I do that? That's death. Johnny says I just don't want schoolgirl Athena.
Yeah.
I mean,
Round 3.
good as time as any to like do something else with her.
Gosh, Athena. Okay. That works.
Dang it.
KO. Winner.
楽しかったわ。またおいで。
I gotta listen to her 14 theme song again, and because I just know Athena's 14 theme song sounded goofy.
The one with when it actually has lyrics, because if you do versus Kenso, it's way better.
What the hell? That man mashed the hell out of that mess.
No shit.
Get out of here. Get out of
I
here.
was being
Get out of here.
pinned in the corner, bro.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Are you talking about like the regular Psycho Soldiers theme? Because he had mentioned a different one. Because I feel like the one
where-
Siren
when
mentioned
it's
is different.
versus-
I
when it's
think
versus Kenso.
you and Jose are talking about two different things.
Yeah. If you do it versus Kenso, it's basically the same thing, but it actually has like Athena's lyrics. Oh my god.
With Punish.
I always forget how much armor Topmo has on some of this.
God dang it. That mess never lands.
Oh! That one did, I guess. Okay, it didn't matter.
Winner.
Because when I think of the Athena theme song at 14, the beginning was like the most kookiest mess I ever heard. And it like...
Yeah.
Like the 13 one was hella better though. Like I just like the freaking piano. Like it's almost like new age ragtime music, I guess.
Like electro swing?
Say what?
Like electro swing?
I guess.
I'll take a... Vanessa.
Order select.
You wear a Christmas outfit in 15. If Athena wears a Christmas outfit in freaking...
Okay, what's even funnier to think about is, instead of like, because there's like a special thing, they have KFC over in Japan, and instead of Christmas over in Japan, there's like some special KFC thing that goes down. I heard this in a Did You Know food thing, but I don't know how true this is, but it's like Colonel Sanders is like their Santa. So what if she had like a Colonel Sanders type outfit?
Them freaking soy boys are gonna lose their mind. You can't do Athena like this. We want schoolgirl Athena. For the 5,000th time.
I mean, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but man, is it getting really old.
Of awful, man.
He didn't fall for it. He never falls for it.
Or not. Should have known better. Ever watched a movie called Die Hard? It was released on theaters in the summer, while the movie itself was on a Christmas setting.
I've never watched it, but I've heard of it.
The crazy thing about it, I was gonna say, like, if freaking Athena has a Christmas outfit in 15, we know for a fact they were wanting to release it around that time. We know for a fact.
They gotta do, like, costumes. Like, I feel like that'd be one thing that helps keep the game more alive, is if they do that.
Yeah, they gotta. Either
So-
that or, like, you know, have people unlock, like, you know, colors or stuff like that.
Custom colors in the costumes have to come back, or have to come. Oh no.
KO. Winner.
You know, outfit 2003 is a very similar to a Christmas costume. I still prefer the 97 costume, though.
本番よ
Round 4. Fight.
I'm gonna fall out laughing when they reveal Athena and she's wearing a Christmas outfit. Let it be known here, we know for a fact that they wanted to freaking release this mess in December. Hey Vanessa, don't you got like a freaking eye patch dude to go see or something? Vanessa, come back over. Look over there.
Oh!
Vanessa, there was some dude with an eye patch like running around fast like freaking Sonic the Hedgehog looking for you. Don't you need to go talk to him?
No, don't worry about him. He's, don't worry.
You did the simp.
Single fighter.
He's my coworker, former coworker, but he's the simp. I just feel like if they freaking put like Nameless in the freaking canon, the K49 freaking fans are gonna be upset about that.
Yeah, but if they put K49 in, the Nameless fans are gonna be upset. You have to think of it that way.
Cause it blew my mind. I did not realize K49 had so many fans. I did not know.
さあ始めましょうか。このザク。Round 1. Fight.
I'm with it everything. about as expected.
If the game goes well, I guess they could release some DLC with classic costumes for Iori. They need to. They need to.
Round 2, fight.
I remember so many folks did not like it when they gave Shune a freaking costume. It's like, of all people, why you give him a freaking costume? Like, I was gonna buy it.
KO. Winner. 任務完了。Round 3, fight.
I thought I put him in anchor position.
Okay. Like that.
KO. Winner.
I don't play him ever, but I love it type of thing.
KO. Winner.
But unfortunately, the harsh reality is that he will never come back to main KOF canon. I do feel for the fans, though. Reality, but very harsh.
Round 5, fight.
Oh no, he did that thing that I do.
終わりにしよう。
Boy, I hate that freaking super. River dance on him.
Winner.
My face and chest are destroyed. Oh god, the EMS, man.
All that freaking K49 talk. I'm glad people brought it up then, because like I don't think I never would have watched Akira had it not been for it. Because now I see like why people love that movie, like, because I enjoyed it. Like it legit looked like I had to. I had to come to the realization that I was like, this is something from like, what was it, the 80s? I think Akira came out in the 80s, I think.
Order select.
Like, I'm watching something that is like from the 80s. This mess like it could have been released today.
Oh my god, the 80s. I thought it was from the like early 90s.
No, I think Akira came out in the 80s. Somebody look that up.
Round
I think you could argue
Really?
something similar for say like
Really, man. Guy in Nameless Battle.
this is a kid
Really,
or 9 fans.
really, bruh. Seriously, man. Man, he's just making every single freaking K49 fan just mad now, man.
Whoa.
KO. Winner.
終わったよ。イゾルで。
This game got reflections.
十分だ。教えてやる。
Maybe that's why a lot of folks like K49, because like I said, I know a lot of people freaking love Akira. Like it's one of the most renowned freaking series ever. button right there.
Oh no.
KO ウィナー俺に敗北はない軽く
Man with no name. Nameless. I'm nameless. I always thought he was saying get out whenever he does that mess.
I thought he was saying, "Right, you got it." Like as an insult to Iori.
What the heck? I think my time is up. See you, Rose Round. Since K-Dash is going to be revealing time soon, I'm going to bet on T-Zoc with his Griffin mask in the next. Alright, Jose. So Jose thinks T-Zoc is coming next. Interesting.
I think they're gonna throw us through a loop.
All I know is if there is no trailer, then they better not pull the 10 o'clock. Sorry guys, not today. Just do it early. Do it earlier in the day if you want to. Just say early, like, hey, you know, next trailer's gonna be out next week. Like, don't do that mess when the 10 o'clock strikes, please. Please. Then again, like I said, if you don't see a silhouette, then chances are we not getting a trailer.
I think they're gonna reveal Athena next. Yeah.
I'm going for Angel. Because why not? Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Order select
Oxy!
round 1 fight
Oxy! That goddamn projectile, man. Volleyball.
KO
Volleyball, yeah.
winner
Why does she wear a
fight
cloak?
What are you talking about?
Fiona.
A fuller outfit? I don't know. Oh, she's airborne. Alright. Unless some big event happens, I bet on Angel, Athena, Kay, Dash in that order.
あなたでは勝てない
Only big event I can think of is Evo next month.
ラウンド3
I know it's online, but SNK can't freaking do this twice. Then y'all gotta reveal something at Evo.
Yeah, that would straight up over your head. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, badass explosion, bro.
KO ウィナー
任務完了
ラウンド4ファイト
Well,
Out of my
it traded. I don't know how, but it traded. Is it worth it? Probably not.
KO
We'll see.
ウィナー
Why is Diamond up there? On like the... Oh, wait, never mind. They're all up there.
surprised I whiffed.
Dang.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so you said Angel. Oh no, you said who'd you say was coming next? Who'd you
Athena.
guess? Okay, you said Athena. I say Angel. Johnny in essence is saying the same thing, and Jose went with the Griffin. So until next time, this will be it. I'm about to roll on out of here. Thank you all as always for joining us there.
Yep.
What Johnny say? Anyway, I don't think they'll continue with the same formula for the entire roster. I hope not. This right here is the time to start shattering expectations. Because the reason why I keep saying that is because we're at the point now where most, not all of them, but most of the ones that we expect to be in KOF, like all the usuals, most of them have been revealed already. Most of them. Now is the time for some surprises. Here's to hoping to that. But until next time, thank you all for joining us then. Catch us on the next Shattering. See y'all then.
See ya.